Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we're gonna cover Squid Games, the challenge today. We're doing season 2, episodes 1 and 2. I watched last season. I loved it. I don't know what they put in the casting there, but you just care so much about all these little players. And so it's Ricky's first time watching. Well, before we get into that, there was a couple of Love is Blind things to mention. You know how we've been saying we would like to hear from some other people, not just the same few. And so a couple other people did interviews. China, we didn't see her at all on screen, but she did an interview with Positively Uncensored. And did you see any of it? You see clips?
I saw some clips. China was not shown, but she was one of our older castmates, and I seen her saying how, when she kind of told people her age in the pods, they kind of automatically ruled her out. I believe she was like
Yeah.
38 or 39 or something like that.
Yeah, 38, I think.
Mm.
So,
I did see that, and then I did also see a clip of her kind of saying that, the Black women on the show kind of stuck together because they noticed that other people weren't talking to them and that she had to go out of her way to, like, make conversation with them or to include herself, and that the only people that were really, like, welcoming and, like, came over and talked to her were Allie and Anna.
yes, I saw that too. Yeah, so it was Anastasia, which is a girl that we talked about, but we didn't see her. But she was the one that had the connection with Brendan, but he ended up picking Annie, who then picked Nick. So yeah, she and Allie, she said, were really nice to her, but they felt kind of excluded from the rest of the group. So I
Oh.
think,
So
did
it
she say
wasn't
something?
Anna because on the clip that I saw when she said Anna, she showed Anna.
Oh.
Maybe Positively Uncensored maybe made a mistake because she showed Anna.
Or maybe she was also, because I did the part that I saw, she was talking about Anastasia, so maybe it was
Oh,
all 3 then. I think maybe
okay.
she added in Anastasia afterwards,
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah, because
maybe
mine
it
was
was.
clip, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe it was all 3 then. I didn't see the Anna part, so, yeah, I haven't watched the interview in its whole yet, so if you guys wanna go check that out, it's Positively Uncensored, but, yeah, I don't think she had any, like, serious connections. I think she is mostly talking about her experience, like, with production and the girls in the pods or in the common area and that type of thing. So I like getting that insight into what was happening.
Same.
I think she said something about Casey, right? Like Casey, I think was, I don't know. I don't want to say because I don't know exactly, but she did have something to say about Casey, who also posted today an apology finally. I think maybe she's realizing that she's not going to get anywhere in the influencer world if she's not like a little bit more kind. So
Yeah.
I do feel for her a little because she did get piled on at the reunion, but also her behavior is hard to justify, right? So it's like we hoped that watching she was going to see her behavior and maybe make some changes. And it sounds like in this apology video, that's what she's doing. So she said, the show really magnified her flaws. And I don't know how genuine I feel like this apology was. You saw it, right? I sent it to
Yeah,
you.
I
Did you
saw that.
think it was genuine? Did you think it was genuine?
I just think, like, the show's been out for weeks and you watched everything back on the reunion, like, now you're just now recognizing that it magnified your flaws and, like, you feel really sorry for Patrick because you can't imagine how it feels to, like, be rejected and just kinda want a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why the sudden, like, you know what I mean? Like, the show's been
Yeah.
out for weeks, it's not like I don't know what maybe gave her a change of heart, but she basically said it's gonna be her last time talking about Love is Blind. There's so much more to her, and, basically give her the opportunity to show everybody that she's not this person that we saw because, I mean, in all of her interviews, she's like, "That's not me. Nothing to
Mhm.
apologize for because that's not me. That was an edit."
Yeah.
So I guess maybe she realized that's not the way to go if she wants the brand deal. So she said,
Yes. And that's
yeah.
Yeah, that's where it doesn't feel genuine because obviously at the reunion would have been a great time for her to apologize, and Patrick even tried to, like, guide her how to do it, and it feels like now that she's got the backlash and what the people watching think, now she's apologizing. So it doesn't feel as genuine. It's more like, okay, I see you guys aren't liking me, so I have to, versus I really felt this way a few weeks ago when
Mhm,
Patrick was at the reunion with me. So
mhm, mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's what she said. So she said, everybody, she said, stick around, follow her on socials if you want to stick around and see what else she's about. And she's not going to be talking about Love is Blind anymore and that she's closing that chapter, which I think it's time that all of them close that chapter. It's time, right? Like we get like, after the finale, we get like a week of like interviews and we recap it for you guys. But then there comes a time where we all have to let go. And I feel
uh-huh.
like we are approaching that time. It's over, bitch. Like, I don't another motherfucking word from Madison. I
No.
don't hear another motherfucking word from Megan and this baby. Like, we get it. You had a baby. You with your man. Happy. Yay, yay. Hoorah,
Yeah.
hoorah. And that's it. Like, I know Nick did an interview.
Yes.
The only clip
I
that
think
I saw was that he said that him and Annie dated, which would have been good information to know at the reunion. How they didn't say that at the reunion is really crazy to me because I think a big part of Nick's story was that we all thought he was faking it and we all thought he was full of shit and he was just there for the cameras. So to know that they actually dated for a month after filming is
that's
like
shocking.
it's shocking, right? Like they
Yeah.
should have definitely that would have been a moment at the reunion that people were like, "Oh wow." So the fact that they didn't even come up, like we know that Annie said it in her interview with Gile, and and Nick confirmed it too. So I think that was definitely something that should have come up at the reunion. Um Bizarre
What
that it didn't.
Yeah, I saw some of that clip too, or maybe it was a different clip where he was saying, "Yeah, we dated for a month after." But then in another part of the interview, he was like, "I tried to break up with Annie like 3 times the night before," because he was like, "I know it seemed sudden in that scene where we saw him break up with her, but he's like, I had been trying to break up with her 3 times the night before, but it's like I thought it was just the cameras, and you wanted to keep dating her." So part of me, because Nick has been accused of not being genuine. I think Annie is also very smart and maybe not that genuine either. And I kind of feel like they concocted this story to be like, let's say we dated after so people stop accusing us of faking it.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting
Okay.
from it.
Okay.
But
That's
I
a
want some proof. Give me
you're
some proof
not
that you dated.
you're never wrong about these kind of things, actually. Like, Ashley has a sixth
Very
sense.
suspicious.
She's very and she's usually right. So, that I didn't even think of that, and that is why they're both keeping it so cute. "Oh, I don't have any smoke for Nick. I don't have any smoke for Nick," because then the other one's going to expose each other. But you're right, because
Yeah.
what also didn't make sense to me, it's in Anthony Gile's interview with Annie, she said, "Oh, what you don't know is me and Nick actually dated after." And in their breakup scene, they said that they were just coming back from brunch, right? In their breakup scene, we hear them
Yeah.
say, we're just coming back from brunch. And in her interview, she says, yeah, like we went to brunch and he said, I love you. I want to be with you. So,
Yeah.
but you're implying that you guys went to brunch after you filmed that breakup scene. But in the
Hmm.
breakup scene, you said you went to brunch before.
Yeah.
So you're right. Something
Yeah. I
suspicious, eh?
definitely feel like I feel like they're telling a story, and that's why none of the details are adding up. So maybe I'm wrong, but if I am wrong, give us some proof. I need some text or some kind of like proof that they dated. Otherwise, I feel like it's just something that they're saying because they know that's a way to kind of get out of the clout accusations, right? It's like, no, we were in it for real. We actually dated, and I don't buy
Mm.
it. So,
You're right. You're right. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. Like, yeah, you're absolutely right because in if you guys dated after, then why did he break up with you? It's not like he said like I don't want to do it on camera anymore. He broke up with you and he said it a million different ways. And
mhm.
yeah,
But
you're right.
also,
Right.
we did see in that breakup scene her persistence and not willing to face the truth, right? And so it definitely could have been a thing where after, like, she kept maybe bugging him to like date, and he was worried about like how it would look if he said no, like, okay, you definitely weren't in this. So maybe like, I don't know, they said dated for a month. We didn't really get a lot of details, right? I'm like, did you actually like If I haven't told you lately, thank you again for introducing me to HelloFresh. It has literally changed my life. I no longer have to think about what am I going to make for dinner. All the ingredients and recipes come directly to my door, and 3 out of 4 parents say that their kids eat more veggies with HelloFresh, and I can totally attest to that. My kids are absolutely loving the family-friendly recipes.
I told you their menu is so big. It's literally doubled in size since I started using them. There's so many options to choose from. And the healthy meal options, if you're trying to get summertime fine in the winter, HelloFresh has got you covered and the meals are delicious.
My favorite meals lately are coming from their new Global Street Eats kitchen, which features local favorites from around the world. Have you tried anything off of that menu yet?
Oh my God. The fried beef empanadas are literally my favorite. If you guys have been following us on socials, then you know we've been posting our HelloFresh meals. If you've tried anything, let us know. They've honestly been so fun to make and delicious.
The best way to cook just got better. Go to HelloFresh.com/RR10FM now to get 10 free meals plus a free breakfast for life. One per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's HelloFresh.com/RR10FM to get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. Spend a lot of time together, or were you just trying to figure things out, or he was just slowly making his exit? I don't
Well,
know. Because,
she said in the Gile interview, what she did say was that ultimately why they broke up was because she was giving more than she was getting, that she was making an effort to go out to the mountains with him, but every time it was his time to come to her, he wouldn't come or he'd have an excuse and he
right.
wouldn't be able to make it. So, um,
Yeah.
they ultimately she gave an example, like, of some type of holiday. I don't know if she said it was Easter or something, I don't know, don't quote me, but she said it was something like that to where he was supposed to come down, and it was like, "No, I can't," and so that's what she said.
Yeah, I could totally see him being like, "Sure, we can date," and then, just kind of trying to slowly ghost her or get out of it, and that's what it sounds like happened. So,
Yeah.
either way, I don't think they were a good match, so I don't know what they're doing in their interviews now. She's obviously very, like, defensive of him, which is nice that they're doing that for each other, but I think that's why he gets those calculated and not genuine
Yeah.
accusations, because 'cause I'm not sure what his motives are, so,
Yeah, no,
yeah, go check that one out.
they're definitely doing the whole, like, "Let's be nice to each other because it's gonna serve us
Yes.
both to, like, not shit on each other, so, like, let's play,"
Mhm.
and Megan and Jordan are doing the same thing.
Yes, and I think it's really funny because I can see that that's what they've decided to do, but you can tell that Megan is pissed about it. Like, if you watch their interview together, like, I think she knows no good will come of going after Jordan, but she knows he got really good at it, and that there's probably something she could say to, like, expose a little bit more of how he really is. She's trying
Mhm.
her best to do that in a way to, like, keep it cute. Like, in that interview where she's like, "Oh, he quit his job to be a full-time influencer," like, she's throwing in little things, but
Little
she
digs.
knows, like, people love him, so even if she came out with all the tea right now, and I don't think there's anything that bad, but just maybe he's probably not as perfect as everybody thinks, right? But
Mm,
she knows even if she came out with it, people aren't really liking her as it is, and they're just gonna not like her more, so she's kinda stuck in
yeah.
being nice. But yeah, you could tell she was kind of annoyed in the interview about, like, this whole lifestyle thing that she was portrayed, as, and then how she
Mhm.
said, like, "Oh, I would have paid for everything for Jordan." He's like, "Well, I never asked for that, though," and, like, you can tell they both wanna say a little bit more of the truth, but they are trying to keep it
They're
cute,
no, they're
so
keeping it cute. Yeah, and it's just it gives fake and I think the audience can see that, but I mean,
yeah, it's
Jordan,
annoying.
you know, we'll see. Because in the interview, he didn't say in the Val Files, he didn't say that he quit his job. He said that he was working at a new job. He never said, "I quit my
Mm,
job to be an influencer."
mhm.
I know Megan let us know.
Yes.
He said he made it seem like, "I'm just not working at the job I was at on
Yeah.
the show, but I have a new job."
I think his new job is influencing, so and, he really plays off this, like, "I'm just a regular guy," but then, he's like, "I wanna be on Dancing with the Stars," and so he there's nothing wrong with that. They all want this fame, right? So no fault of him for that, but I'm like, I just think he's very smart and knows how to be on camera, and like Megan said, he was very different off camera, which that's fine, and I don't think he had any bad intentions. I still think he's a good person, but just
Yeah,
not as perfect as we think, which happens a lot, Someone gets a great edit, and then we have this vision of them, and then that's probably not really how they are. He even said they cut out some offensive stuff I said, and he was very grateful.
I wanna know
Yeah.
what
Yeah, me too. I don't think it wa I think it was probably just, like, annoying stuff to Megan or, like, offensive in that way, but yeah, I don't know. You say I said offensive things that got cut out, our minds wander, Jordan, so
yeah.
see, and this is why we need Megan to be messy and spill that because people should know if he's offensive. He said, "I work with blue collar guys and we're offensive." So what does that mean? Like
I
offensive
have
against
no idea.
women, offensive against
I have no idea. I have no idea.
right?
Well,
It,
whatever. He can keep that one in the can, and unless Megan's gonna tell us, then
but
the
she's not
problem
telling us, that's for sure.
well,
We're irrelevant. So
yeah, 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 and I'm spicy. Which who didn't know that I'm spicy? Like who doesn't know that? Like
yeah.
anybody and I'm spicy. What's gonna happen is people like all of the cast, you guys, it happens every season. In a week or two or three, they're gonna want to spill tea, and it's just the
Hmm.
moment is gonna be past, you know? So unless it's like something groundbreaking, the audience just moves on and moves on very quickly. So
Yeah. It's true that this is where they start to realize the moment is gone and either spill or forever go away. Not forever. I mean, they
yeah.
gain their little followings that of people that are invested in their life, but it's never going to be to the level that the last month was, right? And that's why when Casey says I'm never talking about Love Is Blind again, I'll tell you right now. As soon as the Love Is Blind season 10 comes out, we're going to see Casey making a bunch of videos and TikToks because they all do that every new season. They start getting in on the train of it. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's her last video about Love Is Blind, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. We'll
You know,
see.
I wanted to tell you, I was getting my hair done yesterday,
Mhm.
and when I was sitting there, it reminded me of when the Love Is Blind season 9 cast broke and you were at the hairdressers making your videos. And then I remembered that you literally made videos at the dentist, visiting your grandma, at the hair place. So just props to your dedication this season. Like you work 24/7. You're such a hard worker. You're such a good tea spiller. And every time one of us has an appointment, some crazy shit goes down. So, but nothing yesterday. I got lucky. So,
Yesterday. That's what I did. I was visiting my grandma in the hospital, made a video. At the in the dental chair, that's when all the Love Island tea was like breaking back to back. Like at my
yeah.
hair appointment with, and at my hair appointment is when the big SK story dropped. I was like, I had foils in my hair. I was like, oh my god. Um, so yeah, whenever we have an appointment, we can just assume that something big is gonna happen.
Yeah.
What like it's gonna be madness when we're on the planes to BravoCon and we're away from our
Yeah.
phones.
You're
Chaos
right.
ensues.
Yes, the dedication you bring is great, and we all appreciate you for it. So thank you,
Thank
because I
you.
would not put myself with my foils in. I look very scary. So you look beautiful anywhere. So I
Oh,
appreciate your
Ashley.
dedication. But you're right, we're gonna miss stuff on the plane. So,
Yeah.
but thankfully it's short for both of us. What is
Yeah.
yours? Like an hour flight? Not
Yeah,
even.
45 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Mine's only under 3 hours, so super
Okay.
quick.
Okay,
Yeah,
super.
I'm so excited. We're going to BravoCon, guys. 2 more days. Yeah, I don't
And
know
we're
if
gonna take you
anyone.
guys with us. We're gonna try and vlog. Well, and if you guys are following us on YouTube, obviously not gonna vlog on Spotify or
Yeah,
Apple. But if you guys are interested in seeing our BravoCon vlog, we will put it up on YouTube. So we'll try our
yeah,
best to get some
and we'll
stuff.
probably do lots of stuff on our socials too. So
Mhm.
follow us there, Reality Receipts Pod, and we didn't know, but apparently, if you need to have like ratings on Apple to make your pod successful. We didn't know that was the big deal. So if you like us or love us, can you give us a rating on Apple Music if you're listening on there? Because apparently that counts. We didn't know that was a thing. So
Yeah.
we keep forgetting to tell people. So
Yes. Please, please, we beg
yes,
you.
unless it's not nice, then just skip it. But
Just keep it to yourself. If it's not gonna be 5 stars, then just
yes. Yes, but we appreciate you guys so much and that you get us. So, you're should we get into Squid Game since that's what we're here for?
Yeah, let's get
What?
into it. You guys, I'm telling you guys now, if you're not watching Squid Games, or if you are watching Squid Games and you want us to continue recapping Squid Games, interact with this video, engage in this video, leave comments, like, do all that, because if if it doesn't do well, we're not gonna continue watching it because we're gonna assume that you guys have no interest in it. I think I'm gonna
Mhm.
keep watching it anyway, but maybe we won't talk about it because it is actually so good. Like,
Yes.
I
Did you
was
watch the
fascinated.
regular one? Or is
Yes.
this Oh,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Yes.
So you
So
do
I
know, like,
watched the
some of it.
regular one. I watched the regular one. I did not watch season 1 of, like, it being, like, a reality TV based show. So I was
Mhm.
very curious to see, like, how they were gonna do. It's very morbid, you guys. Like, they, I don't know how I like the whole, like,
Shooting.
obviously in the original Squid Games, when you lose, you, like, kaput, like, you out of here, like, you gone.
Yeah.
Like, but obviously in the reality one, they emulate you being gone. Like, you have, like, a
It's
little
like a
ink.
paintball.
Yeah, like, you get hit with a paintball, and then you, like, "Oh," you have to fall to the ground like you're kaput. So that's a little morbid, but like, you guys, the minute the episode starts, it's just like action, action, action. My heart was beating out my chest. I had to pause. I had anxiety. Like, I had to breathe. Like, I liked the characters right away. Like,
Yeah.
it's really good.
It is. It hooks you, like, the second it starts. There's no I like that they just get into the action and then they sort of, like, give you the cast little interviews as you go, sorta like a Housewives type show, right? Like, you're in the action, then you sorta hear their thoughts or their backstories throughout. But I don't know what they do with the casting on this one, but it just shows the power of editing, I think, because you fall in love with these people so quickly and you're like Mark, you're like, "I don't want anything to happen to him," and you really
Who's
root
Mark?
for them. The one at the end of episode 2, the ball throwing, the
Oh,
sweet
number
Star
one.
Wars guy.
Number one. Star
Yeah.
Wars guy. My God,
Yeah.
my heart for this
It's so
man
sad.
that I don't know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's so sweet. He's just he got a fiance and I don't. Yeah, you know,
No.
but it's whatever. He's just so sweet and so kind and so genuine. I didn't want nothing to happen to him. I wanted to coddle him like a baby. Like, he really stole my heart, as did,
Yeah.
who also stole my heart? I think just him.
Yeah. Yeah, usually there is usually more, like, lovable characters. I mean, you definitely root for them, like, there's Peter too, who's kind of funny. He's the one with the pastor dad and then stepdad, he said.
Okay, he's
He
quirky. Yeah, we like
Yeah,
him.
he's
Yeah.
quirky. Yeah, they
Oh,
give you
also who I had a soft spot for, Viper.
Yes, yes. That was the guy at the one that was with the ball throwing that was trying to come up with strategies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I know they all have, like, a sad backstory, and they give that to you as you're watching. So you're literally hearing, like, how important it is to win or these horrible things that happen to them or these people they wanna win for, and then you watch them get shot with a paintball gun, and you realize their dream is over, and you get really attached to them. Like, I haven't yet because 'cause we've only watched 2 episodes, but, like, just wait because I remember last time, like, by episode 4, you're rooting for them, and then they die, and you're like, "That's it, they're gone." Like, most reality shows, you get a lot more time with the characters, but sometimes you're only getting a couple scenes with them, and you're still like, "No, they're gone."
Yeah,
It's
and you
sad,
guys,
but
they win $4.5 million. That's crazy. I've never heard of a reality show where you win that kind of money. So obviously, like, episode 1 starts with, like, they need volunteers, and then
yes.
we get introduced to these twins, right? And these twins
Mhm.
volunteer, um I guess, as team captains or whatever, and they
Yeah.
separate them into 2 groups, and something as simple as counting to, what was the number, 456?
Yes, and it reminded me of remember the Love Island games?
Yes, yes, and,
Yeah.
like, how off you can be, and the thing is so the strategy was a musician, right?
Mhm.
I don't remember which team was X and which team was O, but, like, a musician, they had the musician count because he counts for a living, and then they had a nurse, she was counting her chest compressions, and where I think she went wrong is she started late. 'Cause
Yeah.
she was like they were like, "Your time starts now," and she was like, "Okay, you guys ready? 1, 2" So she was
Mhm.
already at, like, a 10-second disadvantage, which I was surprised how close the musician was to the count. He was 2 seconds off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's so crazy is, as a viewer, I saw where he lost that 2 seconds, and it was towards the end because he
Mhm.
counted he was like 451, 452, 453, 450, and I was like, "Ooh, he went a little
Yeah.
faster than
Yeah.
normal right there." But to be so close, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, I know it has you even though they're not really getting shot, it still has your heart racing and you're on the edge of your seat.
Yes.
It's, like, a very stressful it's not like a
It
fun,
is
relaxing reality show to watch, but it really
very
makes you
stressful.
care, which is
Yes.
nice after, like, sometimes you just like, "I don't care about these people." It's hard to get invested, but you get so invested in this
And it's
one
crazy how
immediately.
much you care and you know they're not really dying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's still like, I guess because I didn't watch the 1st season, I didn't expect that, like, to where, because I
Yeah.
knew, you obviously know that in the real Squid Games, they die and you see them get
Uh-huh.
shot and you're like, like, you know,
Mhm.
but, it's almost like the same effect because they're like, and then you
Yeah.
see all this
And
ink
they fall.
splattering and then they're all falling and you're like, "Oh my god." Um
Yeah.
yeah, so that for episode 1, we get rid of half of the people because it's starting at, like, 400 something,
Mhm.
you get rid of half of them, and then because Twin Man got to volunteer,
Yeah.
he
So
did.
risky, right? Would
Yeah.
you do that? Would you
What?
volunteer? Like, if would you volunteer or not? Because it's like a
Yeah.
50-50 chance. Sometimes you volunteer and you are out, and sometimes you get an advantage. So it's so
Yeah,
risky to
it
step
is
out
risky.
of the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but,
Yeah,
and
I don't think
in
I
his
would.
I don't know, I think in his situation, it paid off,
It
right? He got
worked.
to come back,
Mhm.
but as a result, he had to pick 3 players to eliminate. Now, when I tell you that these twins, I don't like the twins. How do you feel about the twins?
I mean, I don't not like or like them. I definitely think like after he wasn't well, we'll get to that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think
I
they're
just don't.
playing smart, but they have a big target on them. I
They have
don't
a
think
big target on them. I don't, first of all, it was so obvious that they were up to something. They did not do a good job at, like, hiding that they were trying to complete a mission or
mhm.
whatever or do a challenge. It was so obvious, and
Yeah.
they're just walking around looking at people, looking at people, looking at why it took them an hour. Like, I would have literally went up to 3 random people. I wouldn't have just because, when
Yeah.
you hear people, "Oh, what I wanna do with the money, what I," like, I wouldn't have had a conversation. I would have just went up to 3 random people, probably people that are, like, lurking in the background or, like, trying to stay out of the way. They're doing that very intentional. That's part of their game. It made me think of, the winner of Million Dollar Secret, how she laid low the whole time. She went off of everybody's radar because nobody was really focusing
Mhm.
on her, and then she ended up winning. I just woulda
Yeah.
went up to 3 random people and been like, "Oh, player 232, good luck in the game. Oh, player
Yeah.
2, good luck in the game." Like, just 3 random people, like, the fact that it took them so long, they're walking around, they're whispering, they're looking at people, like, it was so obvious. I was like,
Yeah. Did they have to keep it a secret or could they have told everybody? Like, I didn't hear them say a rule. Like, they could have just said, "We have to pick 3 people," and so and, like, just let everybody know and be like, so not so sneaky, you know? Like, because I think
I
that's
mean, I
what
guess
annoyed
they didn't
people.
have to be sneaky, but it was still, they were really bad at being sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. That's why I'm like, everyone knew that they were up to something, right? And I think they could have got more trust from people if they just said I mean, no one, I don't think, would have expected him to eliminate himself over picking 3 people. Everyone
Him
understood
and
that.
his brother. Him and his brother. It wasn't just
Yeah.
himself. His brother was going too. I'd have
Yeah.
been like, "How the hell did I get in this?"
Yeah.
Like, "What?"
Yeah, like, I won. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like he could have just been honest, right? Like, I'm not eliminating myself. I gotta pick 3 people. So is there, like, a way that we can all figure it out together? And, like, of course, they
No,
wouldn't have been able
there's
to, and then just
nobody.
say,
Yeah,
"Okay,
that's
you"
why you should just go up to 3 random people because there's no way that anybody's gonna, like, give up their spot. It's $4.5 million. It's not
Mhm.
$100,000. It's a lot of money on the line. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so they did you agree with who they picked? They kinda picked
I mean,
based
I
off
think
of
they picked randomly. We didn't know much about the 2 guys that they picked.
mhm.
The
I
girl
think
said
if they
that
were
she would blow money on a yacht. It's like, you can't really judge what people are gonna do with their money because she said she'd give to charity too, and, like, she wants to do something fun first. Like, there's no strategy behind it. That's why I say you just gotta, like, and again, you don't know if people are playing the game. You don't know if
mhm,
somebody's kid is really sick or grandmother leukemia. You don't know. That could be part of their
yeah,
game. So there's no
totally.
strategy. You got to just doot doot doot. You know.
Yeah, and it's hard because they could have picked, like say like the three biggest physical threats because they could beat them, but then you don't know if they could end up on your team and actually help you. So it's really hard to strategize. I think they did pick two of the people who came together, right? Or did they just make friends in there?
I think they just made friends in there, and I will say that I
Oh,
do enjoy that dynamic. We have a brother and sister, we have a mother and father.
yeah,
I mean, a father and
daughter.
daughter, we have siblings, we have twins, we have you know what I mean? People
Yes,
that, like,
that adds.
you want them to stay together, so that adds, like, such a heightened emotion to it. It's like I'm so surprised, like, how invested I was in this. I was like,
Yeah.
I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't, like, put it down. So,
Yeah, it
yeah.
probably would have been smart of them to eliminate people that came together just to split up the duos. I thought because the three that they eliminated, one of them was 285 and 286. So I thought they came together because they had,
Oh,
but maybe they just found each other and like, oh,
yeah,
we're close
yeah,
numbers. I made friends. But
yeah.
either way, they picked their three people. Then we get into, we saw this, if you watched the last season of Squid Games, it was the same thing where it was like building the house of cards and those little games, like so stressful. I can't.
So
Uh,
stressful. First of all, which one would you have picked? Which one would you have done?
I kinda like the foot one with the
That's
little
so
ball.
easy.
I feel
That
like I
one's
could do
easy.
that.
I
Yeah,
feel like I could have done
I would
that one.
never pick the cards.
I would never pick the cards, and I would never pick that damn dice game. I don't even know
No,
what the hell the strategy is there. And
no.
or the ball in the cup, I feel like I could have done that, and then the stone, like, I was so surprised how many people were like, "M s if you don't slide that damn stone across the floor and hit the damn thing," like,
Yeah.
how many people
It's
were throwing it and missing it, like, you could just slide it and hit it, boop,
yeah.
unless that was against the rules, I don't know, but I was so surprised how many people were, like, missing that and, like, but the house of
Yeah,
cards and that dice, that
so
one
hard.
wasn't fair. That one's so it seems so hard.
Crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of them look so hard, and then with that pressure, and then being tied to the people beside you, like, it's
The
crazy. There's
poor
so
girl that was shaking and her cards were all fucked, and she's, like, bending them trying to, like, build a house because
yeah.
they got all wet and bendy. I was like, "Oh, she's"
Oh, the sweat. The sweat in this one was nasty. I
yeah.
get it. I would be sweating too. They were in like they're in literal like sweaters, like track
Mhm,
suits, but the
mhm,
people were dripping in the sweat and it was a lot. So
mhm.
I just wonder how that room smells. I think we've heard from the last one when people did interviews that it was nasty in there because there's 400
Really?
people in one room. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ew.
Yeah. And you're not, I don't think you're allowed to shower. So
What?
yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't shower. So yeah, I think it gets really gross. Maybe I'm wrong. Did you see
You
showers?
don't shower? I didn't see showers, but
No,
you don't
I'm almost
the whole time you're there?
I don't think it's that long of time, but
What
look,
about your
okay.
teeth? There has to be a bathroom to brush your teeth and shower.
Oh, okay. They do have showers.
Okay, okay, okay,
That's good.
okay.
Oh, it says I don't know. It says they don't have soap though, so maybe it's just a water rinse. I don't know. Maybe they just look like they're not showering, but it's probably just the stress and the
Okay,
sweatiness.
not I get what like,
Oh,
I
okay, they could shower, but they couldn't change their clothes.
they don't wash their clothes, like, what is the point of torturing these people?
I have
Because,
no
like,
idea.
you're already, like, have high anxiety, you're sweating, like, this is the time you need some clean clothes and you need a shower. See,
I
I
think they're
wouldn't
trying to make it like the show, so
on the
but
show
maybe we're wrong.
shower? On the show they couldn't I don't remember that, like, that's kind of like that's just not a good element, but whatever,
We need
okay.
to interview someone from this so we can get all these details because I wanna know what the shower situation, the food, the did they have soap, did they change their clothes, but because 'cause we're only on the first episode and yeah, it
Yeah,
gets a
well, I
lot
did
crazier.
see, like, the food is kind of like just oatmeal, like,
Mhm.
very, like, jail food. It is almost like a prison. They're all in uniforms, they're all numbered, they're all,
This is where I get so confused about the Love Is Blind lawsuits when it comes to food, right? Because I just know I watch so many reality shows where the food is not to be desired, right? Like if you watch Big Brother, sometimes they have to eat slop for a week. There's a lot of reality shows where there's not a lot of food. So I guess maybe because people go into Love is Blind expecting food, they can sue for no food, but
No, you can't.
it's
I don't
weird,
think
right?
you can sue for no food if it's in your contract. That you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm sure on this show it is there it's you are consenting to sometimes not eating. Like you're picking
Yeah.
between a card and your food, which means you're not going to eat. Like you have to consent to that. I think at the end of the day, like Survivor and
Survivor, yeah.
they
That's what
leave
I'm
in the
saying.
woods, like, like, they be starving, they be getting bit up by fucking
Right?
bugs and shit, like, that's the thing is, like, there has to be something in the contract to where it's like, you're consenting to this, so I don't know.
I just wonder if the people on Survivor and Big Brother watch these lawsuits of the Love is Blind people. Literally, they go to hotels every night, they sit in these pods for like 12 hours a day, and they're suing over these conditions. But the people on the other shows are probably like, what the fuck? Like, that sounds
Yeah,
like a
like
vacation. And you're getting
yeah,
paid too? Like,
I got
okay,
bit
but
by a spider and almost had to get my leg amputated, but
right?
complaining about not having cheese, you know?
Yeah. Just yeah, when it comes to the food part, I'm like, that just seem I would think if I'm going on a reality show, I'm not gonna be getting, like, the five-star treatment, but maybe I just have low expectations. But the end of episode 1, when they put Kurt's daughter Zoe on the screen, like, that's what this show does so well. They, like, raise the stakes, right? It was already he was worrying about his daughter, and then they make him watch hers, which makes
Yes,
us more stressed, so
yes, the editing is a massive part of why this show is so great. Like the
mhm.
little added elements that they have are just it's so good. I don't think I've seen anything like it.
No,
You know what I mean? They're making these moments so dramatic. They're slowing it down. They're,
it's really
people
good.
hugging before they get shot. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I went into the first season with no expectations, and then, I mean, I was obsessed, and there was some really like, obviously, we saw Trey from season 1 was on Battle Camp, and so, yeah, they
Okay.
use people from this show and other shows, which keeps it interesting because now we'll see well, we won't I don't wanna spoil anything, but
Okay.
we will see someone from this show on Perfect Match, so
Oh,
maybe at the end of the episode, we'll say who, just in case you don't. Because 'cause I'm assuming because this person's on Perfect Match, they are gonna have a big role. We haven't seen them yet, but they're obviously gonna have a big role. So we'll say it at the end just in case you don't wanna know what goes on with this person. But,
okay.
Zoe won, she made it through, so that was good because I would've been sad to watch. I definitely didn't think she was gonna, because they
Yeah.
love a sad moment on the show, but,
Yeah. Yeah.
then the vending machine, this shows, like, how skeptical and paranoid everybody is, right? Because they did not believe that this was just gonna be a vending machine with no surprises, no negative drawbacks to it. Would you have picked the meal or the scratch off?
Probably the scratch off.
Yeah, even knowing it's a gamble and you could get a
Knowing that it's a gamble,
disadvantage?
I guess it's like I would have had the same thought, like, "Oh, there's not gonna be anything negative on here." It would have
Mhm,
been like, you get rewarded for taking a risk, but that's not necessarily the case in this game. So maybe I should
mhm.
just stick with my food 'cause a bitch, I'm grumpy when I'm hungry, and you need your energy and your strength, but it's
Yes.
still like but those are things like taking a scratcher, what they only had a few of them that make you stand out as a player, and if your strategy is to go in the wind and not, like, direct any attention to yourself, then you just take your meal, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's very
It's
true.
the
It's so hard to know, like,
years of stuff.
stand out. Mhm.
No, don't
Standing
stand.
out.
Standing out
Yeah.
puts a target on your back.
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
But, I mean, it's going well for those twins so far, but we'll see what happens with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Bef
Okay, we'll get
I mean, I think them having each other, though, helps. I think if they were on their own being that, like I think having each other there is giving them each confidence, right? And so that's going well so far, but it's only been 2 episodes. It's definitely probably gonna be their downfall, but we'll see. But before they did the scratchers, they had the slowest people from each team, I guess, was it? Or each game.
each
Slowest
game.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they had to decide to keep them or send them home, right?
That was crazy because the musician was in there, and I didn't think that I thought more people were going to save them versus send them home, like and I get it,
Mhm.
send them home, less people, the closer you are to the money,
Mhm.
but them having you go up and choose was very strategic because it's like you're trying to guess, are you a good person or are you like just an asshole? I think
Mhm.
I would have, especially once I seen so many people putting X, I would have probably put an O just because it's like they're gonna
It's
get
true.
sent home anyway, but at least I look
Better.
people were still sending them home. I don't know, but again, it's like, do you have that moral compass or do you want your coin, bitch? Like, which one is it,
Mhm.
you know?
Well, and it's hard too because you don't know if you say X or O, what's gonna happen. Like, are they gonna group the X's and the O's, and then something bad could happen, right? They have to
Right,
think about so many
right,
different levels. And I
right.
don't obviously they didn't see this most recent season of Squid Games before they filmed this because it filmed before it came out. So because this was obviously a part of the real show or the not real show, whatever the other show where they had to decide to end the game or not end the game, right? And so but I don't think they had seen anything like this before, so,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
weird because you like you said, you don't know what the result is gonna be. I could vote to send you home, but does that mean like, what if they would have turned it around and said, these people actually aren't going home, they actually get to pick one person to go home, and you just
Yeah.
to send them home. Like, it could be
Mhm.
all kind of twists.
Yeah, it's definitely every choice you make is so risky, which makes it so heart-stopping to watch because everything they're doing, you're like, "No, don't do that or do that," but,
Yeah.
uh,
Some of
player
them
so
take it seriously. That girl with the pink hair was just sitting there like she channeled a disadvantage, which was like
Yes. Yeah, people that picked the scratchers, what was the reward? Was it just like, a little treat for everyone? I only remember the disadvantages.
so, I don't know. Like, she channeled a disadvantage, and you said the people that got the scratchers.
They got a well, there was 2 disadvantages, Peter
Uh-huh,
and Samantha both got a disadvantage, and
uh-huh.
then the rest got just a treat, I guess? A
Yeah,
food
like,
treat?
I guess they each got something different. So, one lady got 5 coins, and she
Oh,
could
right.
either spend it on treats, or she could wait to see how she could gather 5 more coins, and then she could
Yeah.
send somebody home, which is what I would have
Right.
done, instead of
Yeah,
getting damn cookie, you know?
I think that's a new element. I don't remember coins from season 1, but I could just be not remembering, it was a long time ago, but I don't remember
Yeah,
these coins, so,
yeah.
yeah, um, yeah, I felt bad for Peter and Samantha, but they probably should have known that this was gonna happen. It's a risk, it's a lottery, and they
And then
got
one guy got
the short
pizza.
end.
One guy got pizza,
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
yeah, he got, like, a better meal. So, yeah, they got, like, little perks, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. I know it's hard because it kinda puts a target on your back too, right? It's like, okay, they got perks, so now they will be on the radar of people. Oh,
Yeah.
and player 361 called out player 118, I forget their names, but was he, like, acting like he was sad to send the people home, and she
Yes,
was like,
the
"Come on."
Australian guy, he and
Yeah,
then he
yeah, yeah.
started crying like, "Sorry I have to do this to you."
Yeah.
Oh, like, and he thinks he's like that's the thing is, like, in these games, when you try and play too hard and strategize too much, that is
Uh-huh.
also going to come back and bite you in your ass, you know?
Yes. Yeah,
So,
people can sense that fakeness.
yeah,
So
for sure.
then they went into the ball throwing challenge, which what so they were trying to strategize before, like, do we put the
Yes.
bad players at the front? Do we put them in the back? What would you have done? Do you think that was smart?
I thought that you put the bad players in the front and you put the better players in the back. Like,
Yeah.
that it didn't make sense to me why they were putting the bad players in the back. I guess it's so that we're so bad that the hope is that all the balls drop before it gets to me, but
Mhm.
considering that half of the line was, like, fairly easy to throw the ball to think that they were gonna get through that many balls before they got to the back of these lines was diabolical. The fact
Yeah.
that the twins finessed their way into getting in the front of the line was
Crazy.
insane. The fact that he didn't wanna throw it to somebody that was 4 steps away and wanted to throw it to somebody closer because you didn't think the fact that the guy who plays baseball is this close to the line, like, they should have all the best players in the back, the worst players in the front. But then
Yeah.
that's not fair because then the worst players are for sure safe and the best players are risking getting sent home.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know
that
damn strategy is.
Yeah, that one twin definitely outed himself, so he's screwed now just for the fact that he was gonna go for the closest person and he didn't care about his team. So it's like he can't be trusted. He's just always gonna do it. Although he did change his mind, but originally that's what he was gonna do
Yeah.
after until the guy yelled at him. But
Yeah.
what did you think about when that one guy was picking on Mark and like telling him like that was so sad. And that one guy finally stood up for him, number 125 stood up for him. It was
Like
272 that was
like,
going
I
against
don't
Mark.
even know what he was trying to say, like, "Oh, they're not gonna throw it to you because they're gonna judge you on how you look." Do I think that Mark should have probably been a little bit more towards the front? Yeah, why not? But,
Yeah.
like, because he just to keep him safe, because he's sweet, But,
Mhm.
I don't understand what the logic was, like, if you put him in the back, nobody's gonna
Mhm.
if you put him somewhere, nobody's gonna throw it to him because he looks clumsy. Or I don't know what you were saying. People judge by appearance, like, "You rude bitch," and it's like all of his traumas were coming back to him in that moment. Like, he's so cute
Mhm.
and he's so sensitive, and I wanna help him with his Star Wars wedding. I mean, $1,000,000 on a Star Wars wedding is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I need you
Yeah.
to lower the budget.
They would have to have that one in space to make up for that money 'cause
Literally,
that's a lot.
literally.
Yeah, I guess he was trying to say, like, put him in the front, nobody will throw to him, but isn't that bad? Don't they eventually have to throw to, like, everybody, or
You're
was there
gonna
a
throw it to whoever's in the front. Like,
Yeah.
like, obviously you get to a point where it's like, am I gonna throw it to this person that's 4 steps away or 20 steps away? Like, I'm gonna throw it to the person that's closest. Like,
Mhm. What did you think of that girl who said, "Oh, I'll say I have a hand condition and no one will throw it to me." Would that have worked? Because
no.
they were like, "No, we're not doing that. No."
Yeah, people be coming up with the damnedest things. I have a hand.
Yeah.
Girl, you shut up.
Yeah, and it was so sad seeing the people drop the ball. It was
And it was like a
heartbreaking.
lot of them were like the older people, and sometimes it's how you throw the ball, and sometimes it's how like if they give you a bad throw, when you're getting further back, you have to do it this way. You can't do it this way. You know what I
No.
mean? Like it was really tripping me out that the people that were really close were like, and I'm like, bitch, no, this person literally is the person's right here. Like, what are we talking
Yeah.
about right now?
Yeah, and the disadvantages was the tiny ball, which they got through, and then the blindfold
The
too, which is
blindfold was crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they survived, right? They did it?
Yeah, and I would have like, the people with the disadvantage, I would have put them in the front because you don't know what
Yeah.
their disadvantage is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, because some of the people that dropped the ball, the older people were near the back, and I don't know what the strategy was there. Like, they're not gonna
The
get it.
strategy was put the worst people in the back because all the balls will be dropped by the time
Yeah,
it gets to them, so they won't even have to catch it. That was the
yeah,
strategy. But I don't think that people realize how many balls needed to be
mm,
dropped and how many people, like, they didn't start dropping the balls till they were getting to the back of the line,
yeah.
So all the people that they thought weren't even gonna have to go ultimately ended up going.
Yep, and then player 272 got his karma, and after he called out Mark and sort of singled him out, and he didn't make fun of him, but, like, he put him on the spot and made him feel bad, and then his catcher dropped the ball, so he was out. And then we see Mark is up to the throwing. And they left us on a cliffhanger. And
Um,
of course, we had to see what the cliffhanger was. So if you haven't watched episode 3, stop listening now because we are going to talk about just what happens with Mark because I was not going to wait. I was like, I need to see what happens. So
me
I
too.
feel like you're giving it away. Okay. Now that people have seen the start of episode 3 are here, Mark didn't catch the ball and it was so
You guys,
heartbreaking.
I've never cried so much for a stranger in my life. And he was like, they ended the episode like, believe in yourself, believe in yourself. You are
Yeah.
strong. He was like giving himself affirmations, and I was like, he's gonna catch this ball. When he dropped that ball, I gasped out. I said, oh! Like, I literally gasped. Like, I
Heartbreaking.
gasped. And then they're like, holding each other, like, he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry," because you don't only get yourself out, you get your thrower out who already
Yeah.
caught their ball. ball. It's crazy because you think to yourself, how hard could this be? Throwing the ball back and forth. How hard can this
Yeah,
be? You know? And oh my gosh, I,
I know. It was so
I,
sad. It
and
would
then
have,
to see them hugging and embracing and like pow pow. I was like,
yeah. It's
"Ah!"
so sad. They make you fall in love with someone just to shoot
Mhm.
them, and it's so heartbreaking.
Ugh,
And it would have been, after seeing the other player make fun of him, it would have been so cool to see him catch that damn ball and prove that guy wrong. And
yeah, yeah. I was just
I
hoping there was a plot twist to where they would let him come back. Like, I just wanted Mark to come back so bad. Like, I
see.
was like, I could see him winning.
That's where the show gets you because they show you so much of someone. You know, in other shows, if someone's not going to be like a main person, you don't see a lot of them, so you don't get attached to them. This show, they make you get attached and fall in love with the person, and then you're like, this is a main character, so there's no way they're going to die, right? Like they're going to be here till the end. No. They shoot them, they're gone, you never see them again. It's so
Yeah.
that's why this show is so good because you normally you feel a little bit of predictability where you're like, we've seen a lot of this person, so they're going to be here a while.
Yeah.
And no,
Yeah.
you see a lot of
Yeah,
them
but
and then
then
they're gone.
I can see how in each episode they introduce like a new character to where, okay,
Yes.
then you like this person for a few episodes, kaput, gone. By episode 6 or 7, they're still introducing new main characters. So you really don't know who's going to win and who's going to go. So you guys, it is really good. Like if you
So good.
haven't watched it, and you've watched the original, scripted series and you enjoyed the scripted series, you will like this reality. Because when I saw that they were making a reality TV show out of this, I was like, dumb. Like, how are they going to do that? Like, stupid. Like, you know what I mean? But they really captivated the essence of like this scripted series. Like, it's. I'm on the edge of my seat. It's good.
Yeah, I love it. And I'm so happy you're watching. And hopefully you guys are watching too. And you want us to keep watching because I can't stop now. So I'm going to have to finish it. So
Yeah,
I'm
same,
like, we
same.
might as well talk about it, but only if you guys want us to. So thanks for listening. We'll be back. We're going to do, I think, episodes 3 and 4 tomorrow because
Mm,
we've already started them. And then we'll gauge after that if you guys still want us to keep going. We got all of our Bravo shows out: OC, Potomac, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We did an interview with Whitney, and we have an interview with Mary coming tomorrow, which is so good. We can't wait to show you guys. So we will be back, and thanks for listening. Bye, guys.